see this beautiful tip tune we have right down here. It's a beautiful piece, right? It's hungry, but not for spit. It's hungry for a couple dollars. So come on up, don't be shy, and a big round of applause, Streamline.
Tips of work though, we just went to our accountant today and he said he looked at our financial outlook and figured out we can retire at 97 years old and we can live comfortably for 11 minutes. I feel the shadows now upon me and the angels beckon to me. Before I go, dear sisters and brothers, won't you come and sing for me? Sing those hymns we sang together, that plain little church with benches all worn. How deep to my heart, how precious the moment we stood shaking hands and singing a song. We stood shaking hands and singing a song. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Have a nice evening. I'm so proud of her. You don't know how hard we worked on that song. Now you gotta have a little background here. She was the drum major, the leader of her whole high school band in the Rose Bowl parade out in Pasadena, California. Yes, she was. We've been trying to do that song for months now, and the only way she could do it, we'd have to march around the room in formation. Don't hold you back.
Finest hour I have seen is the one that comes between the edge of night and the break of day. It's when the darkness rolls away and it's gone away in yesterday. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. Just a wild mountain rose, seeking mysteries untold. No regrets for the path that I chose. When a flower grows wild, it can always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. Wildflowers don't care where they grow.
Girl from not too far from here did this one. Real local. I don't think she ever made it big time. Patsy who? Something like that. She used to work at a diner called the Triangle Diner in Winchester. That's pretty much all I know.
This is a little bit lesser known too from her. If you got leaving on your mind, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If you got leaving on your mind, if there's a new love in your heart, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If there's a new love in your heart, don't leave me here in a world filled with dreams that might have been. Hurt me now, get it over. I may learn to love again. If there's a new love in your heart, tell me now, get it over. Hurt me now, get it over. If there's a new love in your heart, hurt me now, get it over. If there's a new love in your heart.
You don't like that, you don't like ice cream. All right, we're going to do one now that people didn't know this about Lana. She is world renowned. We have fiddle players coming from all over the country come to sit on her front porch to learn her flute tunes. That's what we do. We do flute tunes. And they come all over, and she's like a West Virginia legendary flute player. So, and there's not a whole lot of music, Chris. I mean, there's very few flute players, that have that kind of. Chris gave a workshop today earlier. He knows. He did a fiddle workshop. She does flute workshops. So it's stunning. All the flute players. You wouldn't believe all the old time flute players there is. It'll blow your mind. It really will. But here's one that y'all know it's been played in this very room probably 1,000 times. But we're going to do the flute version of it right now. This is where the fiddle players learned it from. Was the flute. Yes. That's Fluteland right there. That's West Virginia Fluteland. All right, here's another pretty one I learned by George Jones. Who you learned it from?
I learned it from an artist whose CDs are sold in this very room, Dakota Carper. This tune is on her album Fiddler Affair, and that's where I first heard it. The dirt was clay, it was the color of the blood in me. On a 12-acre farm on a ridge in South Tennessee, we left our swag all over that land behind a mule. We watched row after row, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor that grass won't grow. There was one little store in the hollow we all called town. It was owned by a gentle old man named Henry Brown. He gave us credit in the winter time so we could live through the cold. When the wind brought the snow, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor that grass won't grow. The one I loved walked through those fields with me. She was a hard-working woman, true as one could be. Then one year death was going round and swiftly took its toll. Janie had to go. Now she lies there sleeping underground so poor that grass won't grow. Now I stand here looking over this part of Tennessee. The fields are bare as far as the eye can see. But over the ground where Janie lies, there's a beautiful sight to behold. Nobody knows why there's flowers blooming on ground so poor that grass won't grow. Why there's flowers blooming on ground so poor that grass won't grow. Warm Kentucky sunshine in the morning makes me glad the long nights turn to day. Trying to catch a ride to West Virginia. Early morning people pass away. This old guitar looks near as bad as I do, but I'll tell you now, it sure has been a friend. It brings a happy song when at night we're all alone. And I'll tell you now, I've seen a few of them. We've been living like two shadows in the night, slipped away and never made a sound. I'll hold my thumb up high, but the cars keep going by, and this freedom's just a feeling coming down.
We'll bring you to church right now. John Denver did this, and Tim O'Brien and Hot Rise.
The lady that wrote it, Jan Garrett. Sometimes when I'm feeling lonesome and no one on earth seems to care, I'm all by myself in the darkness with no one and nothing to share. Just when it feels like it's hopeless, I'll never make it alone. I hear the voices of angels tenderly calling me home.
Home, come on home.
Ye who are weary, come home. Softly and tenderly calling.
Home, come on home.
I try to keep it together, but never let on that I'm scared. But still sometimes I fall to pieces, scattered and lost everywhere. And just when it feels like there's no one to mend all my broken down dreams, I hear a voice deep inside me, tenderly calling to me, and it's singing, home, come on home. Ye who are weary, come home. Softly and tenderly calling.
Home, come on home.
Softly and tenderly calling.
Home, come on home. Let me introduce everybody real quick. What's your name? What's yours? Hey. Now, this is the world famous in Hampton County, Alana Hartman right here. She was on the Hampshire County Arts Council for a while. Got a lot of good bands down there at the Bottling Works. So she's been around this before. Oh, thank you for your kindness. Alms for the poor. And it's been a pleasure playing with her. She's kind of introduced me. I was playing full time up until COVID hit, and then put me in retirement. I didn't know it, but it did. Because all the places that we were playing at steady all shut down and never did open back up again. So, and then during COVID, I had weekends off. I hadn't had a weekend off probably my entire adult life. I was playing somewhere and able to hang out and see friends, and actually met a girl. I go figure. And we played at that little pavilion down there right next to the co-op. There's just me, Alana, and Christy Hicks, who usually plays with us, but they're at this big soiree at the Bottling Works now to raise money for the athletic association of the high school, or she'd have been here. But we were just there all by ourselves. It was a nice day in the middle of the winter, and we're out there playing Angeline the Baker. Was it something? I don't know. I was memorized this. She was playing it, and I never I mean, she's a flute player. I didn't know there was flute players around until I met her, but she's a famous flute player. But honest to gosh, we got done that song and we were ripping it. It was going on at a really good clip. And she got done the song and blowing in that flute, she goes, like that. I fell in love instantly. I mean, what classical fiddle player or flute player just flings it off into the breeze? I've never been so good. So we're going to do one more right now, and this is a fun one. We kind of just learned this. It's a Nancy Griffith tune, and she just passed away not too long ago, so we'll dedicate this one to her.
It's becoming popular again. You'll hear it on the radio.
Yeah, Billy Strings and Molly Tuttle just did a cover. For real? We don't know anymore. On top of spaghetti. All right, we're going to do Lana's signature song. This is not an original, but it is original because nobody's ever heard of it. Who does it? What's the name of it?
Sugar Hill Boys and Terry. When I come face to face with the man amazing grace. Hand in hand, we'll walk through the promised land. I'll be leaning on the everlasting arms when I come face to face with amazing grace. Heaven is a mystery, but that's where I'm gonna spend eternity. When my name is called and it's my time, he'll be right there beside me with his hand in mine when I come face to face with amazing grace. Hand in hand, we'll walk through the promised land. I'll be leaning on the everlasting arms when I come face to face with amazing grace. When I come face to face with amazing grace.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, guys, what do you think? Streamline.